What's up, family? Welcome to the first Fam Jam podcast. I am your humble host, Champion Brown.
And I am co-host and cousin, Autopilot.
All right. And since this is our first podcast, y'all gonna have to bear with us, all right? Because this is this is our first time ever really doing content creation and anything like that. But I promise you, if you bear with us, we will get better. We will get better later.
Infinitely better.
All right. So first, we're gonna talk about our history with gaming. So we've been gaming since we were kids.
Essentially, yeah, 5 years old, maybe even earlier. Yeah, I think about before pre-K.
Yeah, has it been before pre-K?
I believe so. I want to say my earliest memories are on the Sega Genesis with that black controller for sure.
Oh yeah, the ABC 1, 2, 3 controller.
There you go, that one.
Yeah, man. So I remember them days we used to go play it with Auntie Donette.
Yep. Auntie
Donette at her house. Auntie Donette got a whole bunch of video games. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then yeah, man. So I remember playing Sega Genesis. Then you actually had more game. You actually had more game systems than I did.
I think so. Let me tally them up. I got the Sega Genesis. I had the Nintendo 64, and then the GameCube. And then after that, we kind of split them between me and Jada and Justin. But they had they had the handheld Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
And I think they had the SP too, if I'm not mistaken. So they had the handheld more.
Yeah.
Outside of Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to go through the list now and trying to trace my steps back. Which ones did you have?
Yeah. I just had. I remember. So the Genesis. Then the GameCube. Then a PlayStation 2.
Okay.
I regret getting rid of my. I should never did this. I should have kept my GameCube. Mm-hmm. So because I gave my GameCube over to our little cousin Shane, man, and I ain't never got that thing back.
Man, it's really an underrated game system when you talk about the transition from like the GameCube to the Wii. I think the GameCube was barely slept on. I think maybe because the online features weren't as heavy as the other consoles were.
Yeah.
But I think the GameCube definitely, a lot of people go back and say, man, it had some really good times.
Yeah.
That Wavebird or the original plug-in controller.
Yeah, bro. The Wavebird, the first wireless controller, bro, they were genius when they came up with that, bro.
Yes, they really were.
I remember when we would play on who had the PS1?
Probably Giovanni and Shane.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember when our cousins Giovanni and Shane, they had a PS1 or I think they had a PS2. But
I think they had both.
Yeah, they had both.
I remember playing like Spyro and what's that one, Rumble?
No, my brother had the PS1.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, my brother had the PS1. I remember that. So we would trip over the controller trying to walk in front of each other.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo was genius when they came up with the wireless controller.
Yep.
So then I had a GameCube. Yeah, I had GameCube, PS2, PS3. And of course, after the PS3, that was I was in a gaming route, bro. Because we grew up with Jamaican parents. We had the parents that were just like, yo, this is a waste of time. That's a waste of time. You didn't be straight into school. I'm like, God, leave, bro. And when your parents they tell you to do something, it's like they just want you to do well.
There you go.
That's how my mom was. I love my mama to death, but mama, the more and more you tell me to do something, I feel less inclined to do it.
Bingo. Especially with just raising boys, I think video games are such an integral part of how they grow up.
Yeah.
And I can think back to getting my GameCube taken away for getting a seat, and it's just like, man, that wasn't the way to go about it, in my opinion. No, it wasn't. But I also made sure I never lost my GameCube again, because when you come home from school, that's the first thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially on the weekend.
Yeah, well, your parents were different. My mom was like, you're not allowed to watch TV, you're not allowed to play games only until Friday after school. And if you bro, the first C I made, boy, and I wasn't even allowed to get it at all, son.
See, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had bad influences in my life. I had a friend next door, and I remember he had the Tiger Woods PGA Golf on the computer. I wasn't allowed to play video games either when my parents were home, so I'm just like, yeah, we can't do that. And the one time he convinced me, put that CD in there. It got stuck, and we're in the kitchen with the PC trying to get it out with the butter knife. We're praying. We're like, please. So finally it does come out, and I'm like, never doing that again. So those are my memories of early growing up with just gaming as a whole.
Yeah.
We can talk about the PC, man. I had a lot of CD-ROMs, like Backyard Baseball, Backyard Football.
Yeah, I remember those.
FIFA, those were so much fun to play, man, for hours and hours on end.
Yeah, man. I remember you had like I remember what was it? What was the game Justin used to play a lot? He played this game a lot. He played this game a lot, bro.
If you're talking about on the computer, probably Realm of the Mad God. What's the other
Adventure Quest.
Adventure Quest is one of them. Yeah, a lot of hours on that.
I wonder if that game. Hey, as we speak right now, I'm searching this up. I wonder if Adventure Quest is still on.
Still on, definitely. I feel like
Adventure Quest
all of those games kind of got replaced by stuff like Fortnite.
Yeah.
But if they did what they were supposed to do, they could still be rocking heavy with the youth, because I feel like generations would not lose the just the thrill of playing games like that.
Bruh.
If y'all can look at Adventure Quest right now, like on the home screen, like tell me you don't want to go play that.
Bruh. This game is still on, bruh.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. It's like I used to play this game. Maple Story a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I remember it was like a commercial. They had like a little commercial, like one of their classes called Iran. I was like, man, I had to play that. And I remember like every day after like football practice, when I was thinking like in 10th grade, like after football practice, every summer day, bro, I went to go hop on Maple Story, bro, every day after football practice, bro.
No, I'm telling you, I think video games are very like amazing and great. I just think you just have to find a balance, especially when you're younger. I feel like all these kids now on Fortnite or whatever games they're playing, they're kind of like, I wouldn't say addictive, but like you shouldn't be spending all of your money on microtransactions. That was never the move.
Nah, I mean, quick disclaimer. I was one of those guys that fell into the trap of microtransactions, especially, bro, when it came to mobile games, like, yo, I gotta get this character. But like one day, it dawned on me, I could spend all this money to get extra summons or whatever, or pulls or whatever.
That's true.
And then I could not get the character I want.
But like, what was the most you feel like you spent on a game for microtransactions?
$70.
See, that's not even scratching the surface on what these kids are buying. You see what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying, but 70 is like a drop in the bucket compared to what kids are spending now on 2K or on Fortnite. Like, whatever it takes, these kids are like, I have to have it. It's like thousands of dollars, like every season. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No. And I hate that kids feel like that's the like peer pressure now. And when I was growing up, it was being good. You can have all the microtransactions you want, but if you were trash, you were trash. I don't want to play with you. I do not want you on my team. Please. Go back to where you came from, because nobody because it was so like, all right, if there were 2 controllers, there were like 4 of us. Yeah. So if you were trash, you weren't going to be playing that long. That's what we wanted to name this podcast, Pass the Sticks, right? Yeah. Because you always had to pass the sticks. So for me now to see kids like, oh no, I gotta have this skin or I gotta have this tattoo or whatever on 2K is like, that's crazy. Like, go get good. Like, that's what it was important for us growing up.
Yeah, man. Just golly, man. I'm still ashamed about spending them $70.
No, not at all. Not at all. 70 is a drop in the bucket, because microtransactions, one, they add up very fast. Like I said, $70 is not a lot, especially now. Like $70 is nothing, unfortunately. $100 goes out the door in a day, easily. Yeah, easily. So, no, $70 is nothing to be ashamed of. $70.
No. That reminds me of this kid or kids in China.
Yeah.
Or like Chinese fans, like they go crazy for these gacha games, bro. So like this dude, he spends over like, I don't know, the Chinese, I think it's like Chinese won. He spends like over like 10,000 like Chinese won or 100,000 Chinese won on like his favorite. I think it's like Genshin Impact or one of these other like mobile games that are like popping right now.
Right, and those of you are at home, you guys can't see us. I'm pointing to my cousin right now. Because could you imagine spending 10,000? He said, "What? What's the currency in China?"
Won.
10,000. That sounds like way too much won. I'm just saying.
Hey, I mean, 10,000 Chinese won. That might translate to $70 in American dollars.
We have to do the currency equivalent. So you mind doing that for me real quick?
Yeah, we're doing that right now.
Thank you, Champion Brown.
Chinese. 1, 2.
Listen, and as we get more global of a world, wait, what?
14 cents?
No.
One Chinese won is 14 cents.
But how much is? You said 10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, do 10,000.
10,000 Chinese won. Okay, this man spent $1,426.31.
So he spent 20 times more than you on the game. I'm not ashamed of $70 now. $1,400, yes I am, because that could have bought how many more games? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When your microtransactions exceed buying another game, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
When you could have bought another game, yeah, no, you're tripping.
Yeah. But now that we're older now, it's like now that I'm nearing 30. Now, we're nearing 30. Well, you're 30 now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm nearing 30. Like I still play games, but it depends because I remember when we were kids. Like me and my brother, we played the new Dragon Ball Z Budokai that came out, bro. We had no memory card for my PS2.
Yeah. That's the first microtransaction, the memory card, being honest. That is the first one. When the game stopped being like, oh no, you can save it here and come back later. Yeah. No, when you had to go buy a memory card, that was the first microtransaction, especially when some of the memory cards didn't have enough to save a game.
Yeah.
Because I remember my first memory card that came with it had like 59 blocks for like the GameCube, and a lot of games were a lot more than that. A lot of games were a lot more than I think it was. I forgot what the unit was, but I think it was 59 MB. MB. And I want to say it's memory blocks or maybe megabytes. Megabytes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm tripping.
Yeah, bro. So I remember when we were playing Budokai. I think it was like Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Hey, can we talk about what like amazing game that was? Like, oh my goodness.
And you heard of Sparking Zero, right?
What's that?
Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero.
I mean, I know Dragon Ball Z, but I never heard Sparkling Zero.
It's Sparking. You said Sparkling.
What is it?
Sparking.
Sparking Zero. Tell me more about it.
So it's the newer Dragon Ball Z game that plays just like Budokai Tenkaichi.
Just like it.
Just like
Why
it.
Why did they just call it Budokai? Budokai.
It's Japan. They got to be very extravagant when they name their games.
Good old Japan.
But yeah, so Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has like not just the old OG on Dragon Ball characters, but like even the new ones from like the comics and the new ones from like Dragon Ball Super. So you're gonna see like Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego. I think probably Ultra Ego Vegeta. Right. The newer version, the better version of Broly, on Dragon Ball Super Broly.
My favorite character.
You like Broly?
My favorite character, yes. Because when I thought that was just Goku on steroids, no, it's Broly. So I was like, yeah, that's the guy right there, in my opinion. But then you just understand, like, when it comes to fighting, there's a lot more than just brute strength.
Yeah. So wait, you like Broly?
That was my favorite character because I was like, that's Goku on steroids. So for me, it's like I always love like the bigger characters, whether it be Incredible Hulk or Ganondorf or even what's the villain from Sonic? I don't want to call him Mr. What was it, Dr. Eggman, yeah, him. So even like just bigger, bulkier characters, those are my favorite.
Eggman not big and bulky, he's just big and fat, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big is like rotund. Like if you had some mass to you, I didn't really like faster characters because I always was kind of worst playing with those type of characters.
Yeah.
But brute strength, oh yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah, so
Bowser, sign me up. Yeah.
You never did play Bowser. You just played straight Ganondorf on Smash Bros.
Mario Kart. But on like the other games, oh yeah, sign me up for characters that are gonna knock you off the screen and really bring the power. That's what I'm signing up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so I think we've talked a lot about our games now. So now we're gonna move on.
Think so? We have a lot more to talk about.
Oh no,
I'm not gonna lie to you. We talk about what was it? Is it Medal of Honor or is it
Medal of Honor?
Which one is the PS1 game that was like shooting? That was my first.
That was Medal of Honor.
See what I'm saying? I loved playing on the PS1, especially like trying to go around the map and find each other, and then trying to shoot each other.
Y'all remember that?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, a lot of y'all aren't familiar with split screen co-op.
No, you're not. And they're trying to look at somebody else's screen. They're like, "Don't look at my screen!" Like the competitive nature.
Yeah.
And then like knowing somebody's shooting at you, but how do I turn around and then shoot back without, of course, being fired upon? Like it feels so real. Could you imagine? Like, I feel like graphics have become too important, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's like they've tried to make them as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
And that causes a lot of bugs. That causes a lot of just like lag sometimes when you're playing online, different things like that. So I feel like we thought they were very realistic back then.
Yeah.
So like they have emphasized graphics a lot to the point where even when you're playing 2K, you feel like, oh, this is a real game, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, the issues are the bugs. The issues are the lag, right?
Yeah.
So unless they can fix that, like, I don't think we can go back to worse graphics, but I think they made a mistake by getting so detailed with the graphics.
Yeah, that's one thing that's been plaguing Assassin's Creed and a lot of these other games where it's like yeah, guys, like we understand you want to make like the best looking game possible and you want to add all this attention to detail, but it's like, guys, we are just fine with you guys just making the game good. Like you don't need the game does not need to have the most extravagant, most realistic at graphics. Go ahead, cuz.
But graphics sell the game.
Right.
Graphics is what people will watch, even if it's not gameplay, right? Even the stuff that they kind of like make a cinematic roll of, that's what sells the game. And by the time you get it and realize, oh, this got bugs, this has lag in it, then it's like, okay, I don't even really want to play this. It's too late. They already got your money.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why so much money does go into graphics as opposed to gameplay.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I can tell you a game that doesn't have like the most extravagant graphics. It's one of these newer games that came out. It's called Hi-Fi Rush. It's like you ever play that game? You ever played Devil May Cry?
No.
Yeah. Oh, because I gotta get you in a lot of games, bro.
You really do. Yeah. I've been missing out.
Yeah. So for those you don't know, me and my cuz, like, I mean, I'm more of the gamer. My cuz, like, you're getting back into games now.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm more of the gamer. So I've been, spending most of my time playing games. I've been spending most of my time playing games. I do work out, by the way. I don't want y'all to think I just sit down and play games all day. But I do have a life outside of video games. Anyway, so Devil May Cry, it's one of those. It's my favorite game genre. It's one of those action adventure hack and slashes. Like the dude Dante, coolest character ever created, bro. My man has big sword, 2 guns, turns into a demon, and like he kills other demons.
Okay, sounds like something I've seen on whether it was I don't know if you remember the gaming channel back in the day. I think it was called G4. Sounds like
G4. Yeah, you probably seen like a review of it on XPlay.
Yeah, there you go, XPlay. Oh my goodness. We talk about I think gamers get a bad stereotype because I feel like a lot of people play video games. It's a very diverse group of people. I think we're going to talk about that a little bit later about how diverse gamers are.
And the actual podcast.
Definitely. So I was saying that I loved stuff like that because it helped me. Like, is this game good or not? Because I never wanted to spend back then it was $49.99 for a game on the game. I did not want to spend my $50 on a game that was boo-boo, and I've done that before on the Wii especially. The Wii had some terrible games. I'm like, why did y'all make this? Why did y'all let them make this? And it was just really bad. I feel like some of the experiences I've had with games.
Yeah, probably the best game on the Wii is probably just the Mario games. Super Mario Galaxy.
Mario has never missed. Mario as a brand, we about to talk about that. Like, as many times as we cry about games being bad, Mario has never missed. Whether it was Paper Mario, Mario Baseball, like Mario's been like trying to connect the dots every single time. And in my opinion, people may differ at home. If you played a Mario game, it'd be like, oh no, they messed up on this one.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
So Hi-Fi Rush, it's like Devil May Cry, but the guy, he's like a 25-year-old punk. You know what I'm saying? Like he goes to get himself like an arm, and now like he's considered like a defect. So he's out here trying to like fight his way out the company that's trying to get him back.
Okay.
So he got his little arm to be a rock star. So now like his arm turns like into like a whole bunch of junk, and the junk is in the shape of a guitar.
Yeah.
And you got to fight with the beat. Like, I gotta show it to you.
Yes, please.
I gotta show it to you, bro.
Very creative. I love creative games that are very innovative and original.
So you got to fight with the beat and everything.
Okay, I'm putting up a video. Hopefully, people at home are also watching this because this looks great.
Because when I first saw this, like this looks like a Saturday morning cartoon. Like we would see on like Kids WB or Jetix.
I was gonna ask you, how'd you find out about this game?
It was I was watching. Oh, jeez. They're probably
you might be able to play that because it's not video, right? So you won't get a copyright strike or nothing.
I know. I'm still gonna mute it anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
Because this is IGN. I'm just showing him the review right now.
What type of graphics this kind of reminds me of? The Timmy Turner video game, the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh yeah, that game I had when I was a kid. Yeah,
and that game was so good too. Like it's not that hard to make a good game. Like it's really not. You have a good storyline. Storyline always matters. Keep the gamers engaged. And
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, see, look, he has to fight. Like his
That is cold. I'm not gonna lie to you. That looks like a very dope game. Wow.
Yeah. See right there. So he has to hit with a beat, and he does more damage the more he hits with the beat.
Okay. Are there multiple characters or just him?
It's just him, but like he has like his friends that he can summon to help him out, and they can combo with him too.
Doesn't that look like the Fairly Odd Parents game though? Am I tripping?
It does, but like much better graphics.
Okay, because I was even talking about like the way the platformers are moving, like with the lava one. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this is feeling just like that.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me show you there's a better video of this that I can definitely. Jesus Christ. There's a better video I can show you.
Yeah. I know that's a great game, and I wouldn't be surprised if that won awards. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a bestseller either, because I can definitely see people like even like a cult following. I can see people like, yeah, this is a good one. When did it come out?
Oh, it came out last year, and then it got released on the PS. And it got released on the PS5, bro. The moment it got released on PS5, bro, I downloaded it.
I understand. Do you think gaming has changed since you can download games as opposed to going to GameStop or going to back in the day it was KB Toys or
KB Toys?
It was KB Toys back in the day, or what was the other one?
EB Games.
EB Games, right,
yes.
Right. Even Toys R Us had video games back then, right?
Yeah.
So it was just like different places you had to go, get out of your bed on an early Saturday morning and go get the video game, right? So do you think that's changed as opposed to people who could just download it, from the safety of their home?
I mean, I'd say gaming has changed a lot, and but I wouldn't also say that like gaming might have changed, but the core is still there.
Okay.
Have fun,
right.
Take people out of reality, put them in a fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I like games like Devil May Cry so much,
right?
Because it's like the character Nero in that game. That man, he's my favorite character to play as. This man is such a freaking savage. Like, not only does he swing his sword, but this man is not scared to get up in the grill of some of the demons and just body slam, bro.
Right.
Like, he's over here doing like pile drivers over here, like beating the shit out of them, bro. Like, bro, like, dog, I swear, like, I'm gonna get you in the Devil May Cry.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I like I said, I love like original video games that don't look like anything else. When you see that, it's like it's dope to see.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a life experience more than anything else. It's really kind of like a book or a movie or a TV show. Like video games are that important to me.
Yeah. It's but it's one thing that has changed with gaming that is a big shame is now that gaming is no longer a poor man's hobby now. That's what the Black Okage, my favorite YouTuber of all time, says. Gaming is no longer a poor man's hobby now because games are now $70.
Yes, but you can always, if you're willing to wait, the pawn shops were always my friend. Like I said, we used to go to Blockbuster until it was just like way too expensive. And it was like, okay, do I want 5 games for $15 or do I want 1 game for $20? And it was like, you might have to wait 6 months to ask for another video game. Like you had to muster up some courage to be like, has there been enough time? Has there been enough? So yeah, you're right. It used to be, you could be, I don't want to say poor, but like not rich, you know what I'm saying? And then ask for video games. But now it's like, your parents have to, have money they want to spend and they want to spend it on you and they want to spend it on video games that they're like, they feel like it's a waste.
Yeah, and our parents were like that all the time. Mm-hmm. I was like, I remember it was a game I played. It was on my PSP. Mm-hmm. I beat Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. Okay. And I asked my parents, could I get a new game? Mm-hmm. They said, no, keep playing that. I'm like, Mom, Dad, I beat this game already. We'll beat it again. Mm-hmm. Mom, Dad.
Not beat it again. That's crazy. That is crazy. But that's why I love, like, I don't want to say open-ended games, but like games that we used to play all together all the time, like Mario Kart. You could get tired of it, but it would take some hours, right? Yeah. And then, like, if I win, and then you want to win again, right? So it's just kind of like a back and forth there, right? But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, what are some other games where, like, once you beat it, like, yeah, you can go back if you want to, but
you got to forget it to play it again and make it feel like a new experience.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like with a lot of games nowadays. Mm-hmm. Like there's one game one of the newer games that came out, Stellar Blade. Mm-hmm. It's a good game. And we're not going to talk about how beautiful the character is. That's been beaten to death. He was a beautiful character. Let's get over that. Yeah. But it's like, I want to play the game again, but it's like, I got to forget the game.
True. You know what's also a good experience? Like, if I beat the game and I tell you about it, you can come over and try to beat it. Like, I want to watch you play. Like, people, like, say, like, oh, like, kids want to get on YouTube and watch somebody else play. Like, that's dope for me once I've played. If I haven't played yet, then I'm like, all right, like, I want to grab the sticks now. I was going to say, Gavin bought me Prince of Persia for my 13th birthday.
Oh,
and that's one of those games, a classic.
That was the OG one where he could like, not the OG one, but like he can reverse time and stuff.
Yeah. That's the OG one. When I tell you, gameplay, storyline, graphics, like all the nine, it was like really amazing. And that's one of those ones where it was like rated T, and I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to play this one, but I'm gonna just, And it was great on the GameCube still.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of those games, like I'll say San Andreas, like Halo, that didn't make it to the GameCube, it's a shame. I don't know why they didn't decide to do that, but I'm glad Prince of Persia did.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Nintendo. Nintendo only keeps Mario on Nintendo consoles. That's probably what like Microsoft and Sony is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like they can still put it on other consoles. It's just they just much rather their guys on their consoles because that's gonna keep people buying their consoles.
True. I don't know if you remember when Grand Theft Auto was only on the PlayStation. It wasn't on the Xbox, and then Halo used to be only on the Xbox. So it's just kind of like, I don't know if they thought, people weren't going to buy both. Because I know some rich kids who had the PlayStation and the Xbox. I just don't know if there were enough of them, and then enough of them that were going to buy both games. I don't know. But I had some friends that had Xboxes and PlayStations, and I was like, man, you got it going on. My parents would have told me one. Definitely would have told me one. So.
Bruh, my uncle, he gave me I remember he gave me his used Xbox, bro. Yeah. I forgot I had his used Xbox, bro. So that Xbox was so busted, bro. Like, I don't think it was the Xbox itself, but I remember I played Halo, and I got pretty far in Halo. Like, I got like halfway in Halo, but it's like the disc would kept scratching up, and I would clean the hell out of that thing.
A scratch disc. A scratch disc is the enemy. Bruh. Put it in the case. Put it in the case. Yeah. But before I scratch a video game CD, I'll scratch any other CD up. A video game CD? No. When they moved from cartridges to CDs, I was like, okay, I don't think that's a good idea. But when I get mine, I'm going to make sure I put it in the case. And that was me being a responsible gamer because I really love my games.
All those times we had to blow into the Nintendo the Nintendo cartridges.
Nintendo or Sega. Yep.
The Sega cartridges, boy, like, bro, I'm telling you, man, y'all kids, y'all got it good today with downloading games, but there is something on the rise where, like, you got CEOs talking about, like, they want to keep games just 100% digital now.
Oh,
so with them making games digital, they also want us to just spend, like, a certain amount of money. I should be spending, like, $70 an hour. No. They probably couldn't hear me because I wasn't close to the mic.
No, you want to repeat it, or I heard you on my end.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as long as you heard me, that's fine. So what I'm saying is like they want us to spend $70 like an hour just to play a game online, and then if you're not playing the game enough, they have the ability to take the game away off digital. So it's like I spent my hard-earned money on this game, and it's on digital. I don't own the physical copy. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was going to say that they want it to be like streaming. They want it to be where like you're just streaming a video game and then you have to pay a monthly. No. And I think gamers need to stand up and stop getting whipped around by these people who want to hit you over the head with microtransactions and DLC and all these other things. Like, stand up and say, I'm not going to buy your game because I'm not buying 2K. Yeah.
You're not buying 2K?
I'm not buying 2K. I'm not. It's not getting better as a game to where I feel like it's an improvement. It's not. Yeah. It's not. Frankly speaking, I want to say maybe 2K7 was the best one I've ever played. And then from there, it's gone steadily down until they, of course, moved. I think 2K13 or 14 was on the PS4. And then the next gen consoles just got better. It wasn't the game.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're getting rich off the back of gamers and they're not putting out a better game. So to me, I'm buying a different game. I'm not giving you my money just because, I want to play with my friends. Like, no.
And that goes back to what we said earlier about graphics and everything, where it's like they don't give a damn about the graphics.
Not at all. And I think they're starting to care less and less about the gamers because they see, especially younger kids, like, oh, we can just do this and they're going to buy it every year. Like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. And I don't know, either the kids will stand up or maybe the parents. I don't think the parents know what's going on with the kids, where the kids are just like blindly buying the same game every year. It's the same game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to go play the last one and go see for yourself, but it's the same game, I promise you. If you want to update the rosters, go ahead and do that. You'll be playing the same exact game. The same exact. And people complain about Madden all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not buying Madden either. I'm not buying Madden either.
They just update the roster, bro.
That's all it is. That's it. And there's still the same bugs and glitches, and people can't tackle people. People are spamming this button and then doing this. Like, it's the same stuff that people are complaining about. You haven't fixed it. You haven't patched your game. I'm not buying.
That's like, man. So it's like, I realized that. I was like, wait a second. Like, why would you want to play Madden in the first place? Wouldn't you rather go outside and play basketball or play football?
Because they've done it where this is the setup here.
Yeah.
Kids feel like they can get rich creating content and being a 2K YouTuber or a Madden YouTuber, and that's the cycle. Kids are watching people get rich off of playing 2K and Madden, and they feel like they can do it too, so they need the game the day it drops. They need the game the day it drops, and they have to grind their character. They have to like badge up, like you have to get additional badge, you have to get additional VC for skill points and things like that. And for me, it's just like that is addicting, but it's also not rewarding.
Yeah.
No, so I feel like people who have been those 2K YouTubers or those Madden YouTubers have gone on to do other things, but they know now like it's not worth it to do all that.
Yeah, so it's like I'm trying to tell my sister because my I know because my nephew, he wants to get NCAA and he wants to get a PS5. So it's like I'm trying to tell my sister like, yo, like make sure if Malachi wants to buy this certain thing, make sure you don't, because it's like it's a trap.
See, the only reason why I say college football might be different because they haven't released it. Like I want to say
it was years. It's been years, hasn't
maybe
it?
even a decade. I want to say a good decade. That's the only reason why people I think are buying it, because to me it's the same kind of engine that Madden has. And the only difference is I'll say that the team, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to play with, Colorado and Deion Sanders and his team, it makes sense. I get it. Yeah. But to have the same game that was made last year, no. Cannot sign me up for that. I'm sorry. I love my money more than I love to play bad games.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. So we talked a lot about gaming. I want to talk about us.
We really could do a whole episode about our experiences with games. I'm telling you, because I could talk about being on the bus and playing like with my friends Jonathan and Larry and my brother and my sister and passing the sticks. When you lost or came in last, you probably got hit with a blue shell. I'm sorry.
You salty about the whole pass the sticks thing?
I am salty about passing the sticks because a lot of times I felt unfairly robbed about having to pass the sticks. You had to sit there with a salty face.
Yeah.
You had to sit there with a salty face until you got the sticks again. That's what it was. And I don't think kids understand that now. I feel like every kid is at home by themselves playing online. You don't have to be with your friends anymore to play the video game. So it's kind of like either you have it or you don't.
Yeah. And
to me, I feel like, you know what? I guess I can kind of talk about without giving too much detail, but I work with kids now, and a lot of them tell me like, yeah, I make friends online, and I'm like, be careful.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel like, oh, video games are safe and fun. It keeps them inside.
Hell no.
Be careful. Your children are getting online and meeting all types of
grown adults.
P words. I don't know if we can say that, but they're
PDF.
It is the PDF. It is the perfect, like, basically it's like an online playground where they're just like, and your children think that these are other children they're playing with, and it's not.
Bro, so like that's like the whole Pokemon community and the Smash Bros community. It's like, apparently there was a chick. I'm not gonna say her name, and I don't really know the whole details of everything, so don't quote me on it. So apparently there was this chick. She used to there was like this pro Smash Bros player. He was like 15 years old, and the chick's like in her 20s. She was grooming homeboy.
There you go.
But she knew that low key but she knew that because he was such a good player, she can keep him around, groom him, or whatever.
There you go.
I saw bro, there was even video evidence of this girl trying to put her arm around him, trying to keep him around. And it's like I can tell the boy he looked uncomfortable.
Yes, I would too. And I'm saying Kai Cenat, Mr. Beast, they all have people who are close to them who have been caught up with this PDF stuff. So when I tell you, when there is a gaming community, there is a PDF. Where there is a gaming community, there is a PDF. Trust and believe me when I tell you this. So I tell the children I work with all the time, please, please, please do not make any friends online. Do not tell them where you live. Make sure your gamer tag or your username is not something that identifies you. Because if they these people are sick people in the head. So they will do the research to come and find your child and harm them. They really will.
If your name is Marcus Smith, don't put down Marcus Smith 0269.
Don't put your birthday in there. Don't put your area code. Nothing. When I was growing up, my usernames were Striker 12 Play and SK Wildcat 20. You can't tell anything from those names. And I don't know if it was me using common sense, but it just kind of made sense not to put your name, not to put your area code. But these kids, they kind of want to be that. I want you to know who I am. No.
Yeah, it's like the other day I was playing the first Descendant. Don't play. By the way, y'all, the first Descendant was a disappointment.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What was disappointing about
Well, it was one of those live service games, and on top of that,
Explain to somebody who doesn't know what that means.
so for those people who don't know, live service games are basically just like you're playing online consistently, and if with you playing online consistently, you got to subscribe to PSN or whatever Microsoft version is, and on top of that, like they have a shit ton of microtransactions.
There you go. That's always what's going to rule for me. When I want to have more fun in your game and I have to spend money, I feel like a dude at a strip club. I really do. I feel like I have to throw more ones to have more fun. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I feel like I'm being played. I'm not playing a game. I'm being played.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like when I have to throw more ones to have more fun. I'm being played. I'm not playing the game. The game is playing me. And that's what I wish kids understood when they're playing today, because that never could have happened when we were growing up. It would have been like, what? What? Like, you were like, wait. So your parents, you're trying to explain it to your parents.
Yeah.
I need more money to spend on this game that you already bought me.
Yeah.
That you already bought me.
Yeah.
No, that's not going down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if kids aren't explaining to their parents what's going on, or the kids don't, or the parents don't understand. I think they kind of do, like Roblox. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Or wait, Roblox. Robux.
It's Robux. Yeah. I think that's what they got in Roblox. That's their virtual currency.
So I don't know if parents are cool with that, or they just kind of understand, this is how things go. When God bless me with a child, I'm never buying Roblox and I'm never buying Robux.
I'm gonna make sure my kids run outside and play. Like, go play basketball. If you playing outside by yourself, bro, play outside by yourself, bro.
I'm gonna try to find like social activities for them and try to get them into stuff like
getting them into like wrestling or martial arts or something like that.
Something like that, because I feel like playing alone is also kind of like, I don't want to be out here in the heat by myself. But if you have enough kids in the neighborhood,
but since we're talking about sports and everything, let's talk about our hobby. I mean, I just saw some kids outside playing. They were riding bicycles.
They were both in the gym actively. I think people talk about this generation, blah, 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 but we're the generation that's drinking the most water in the gym the most constantly. My parents never went to the gym when I was growing up. I don't know. Maybe I got to ask them, like, did you ever go to a gym? I don't think so.
I saw your mom and your sister the other day. Like, they left from the gym.
Right, but I'm talking about growing up. I never saw that. Like, this is like kind of a new thing. Like, gyms have kind of blown up. So as much as people talk, like, mess about our generation, like, no, we're really the most, like, just, like, actively fit, like, eating the best. Like, when I was growing up, you had to, like, feel like you were about to die to drink some water. Like, you had to feel like you're about to catch a heart attack to go drink some water. Like, no, we drank juice. We drank, like, I don't know, maybe outside from the pipe if you were, like, outside playing. But, like, drinking water was like, are you okay? Like, so now we have to drink water so regularly, and I feel like the food has changed. You know? Like, the water's changed as well, and just how we live has changed.
I don't care what nobody says, bro. There's shit in America that is banned. Like, I shouldn't, like, there's shit, like, Skittles is banned, M&M's is banned. Like, I'm guilty of eating them Skittles and M&M's a couple times because I'll be forgetting, but it's like, bro, the shit that they put in American food, bro, is killing us.
It really is. They say it starts from the bacteria in our guts. Like, the food that we eat kind of kills it.
Yeah.
So it's harder to process food. Like, the food just sits in our stomachs and our intestines for a lot longer than it needs to. So you have to, like, eat, like, even now you gotta have probiotics.
Yeah.
You have to eat certain, like, gummies or pills, whatever you're gonna take to, like, help the food pass through. And that's the best way to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I suggest if everybody that I talk to is like, get on a probiotic that you like.
Yeah. Yeah. And another hobby of mine, other than working out, as I draw. I actually am trying to I'm trying to make a story.
Okay.
Trying to make a story with my characters and everything. I mean, whether it's a video game or a comic book, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet, but as it stands right now, I've been drawing these characters for, like, it's been 10 years since I've been drawing my characters. Wow. It's been 10 years since I've been drawing. So it's like my first years in college, I'm like, bruh, I look at all my old stuff drawing, like, bro, what the hell was I thinking? Now that I'm looking at my stuff now, I was like, okay, I've gotten much better now. But now, with me drawing, like, I'm eventually trying to, like, that's kind of what I want to do when I retire. Like, I want to either make cartoons, a comic book, or a video game.
But do you feel like you're putting your 10,000 hours to master what you're doing?
I mean, where's my sketchbook? If I can show, it's down here. If I can show you my sketchbook right now, I mean, like, you can You can guess, but I mean, 10,000 hours as opposed to 10 years. I mean, that should equate to 10,000 hours.
So this is my second time seeing the sketchbook, and I'm still amazed. I wish all of you at home could see this. The amount of detail that has gone into not only just the characters themselves, but the actual action that's going on. Like, you can go into vivid detail. There's no question about what's happening here. There are zero questions about what's happening here. So I love the action and the character that you made. And like I said, however you decide to proceed forward, I think you're gonna do well, man. I don't think you have to wait until you retire. I don't think so.
Yeah. Because for those of you who don't know, I'm saying for those of you who don't know, this is our first podcast. Y'all don't know me yet. But I'm about to go active duty in the Air Force. Not soon, not right now, but it's gonna happen pretty soon, because I got a meeting with the recruiter coming up in a couple of days. And definitely for sure, like the plan is for us to get together and make our podcast every weekend, because that's the only time we're ever gonna really have time off.
True. Like I said, I work during the week. He works during the week. There's a lot of just free time whenever we can, and I feel like that's where the creativity is gonna show itself. Whenever we do have free time to do the podcast. Like I said, we're still not even done talking about our experiences with games, to be honest. So,
like, I mean, I kind of feel like as we continue, we can keep talking about our experiences with games, and then one day when we get like the ability we had the ability to start streaming. It's just that I'm still trying to get the equipment together.
Right.
So it's like, and I also have a house. I also have a car note. So like, I have a lot of these other stuff that needs to get taken care of.
Yeah, real life stuff. I think it's always fun to. I love what we've been able to do as a society with social media, with content creating, but you never forget about what real life is going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we've been on for almost an hour now.
It's gonna flow naturally. I'm trying to tell you. Like I said, we still haven't finished talking about our experiences with games. Like I said, I could talk about even like playing like FIFA. I had a cousin who is now legally my brother because my mother adopted him. And long story short, like, he's an expert when it comes to soccer. An expert. So he used to, like, I thought I was the hot sugar honey iced tea when it comes to playing soccer. No. He would come up and whoop my behind. And then, like, it forces you to get better. And that's what I miss about playing video games, like the competitive nature. Like, you just beat me 3 times in a row. I still feel confident enough to win the 4th one. So that's what I do love about video games. And I feel like that's the part of the brain that it helps grow, is that, like, I'm not going to give up. My perseverance. Like, I feel like all those things that you might not find in your everyday life, I feel like that's what video games allow you to grow in.
Yeah. You just gave me another idea. So we're gonna wrap this episode up here. You just gave me a very big brain idea for our first actual episode.
Okay.
So go ahead and you got a Twitter or?
Oh no, not yet. I'm gonna make one.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. So go ahead, follow me on Champion Brown. Hold on. Let me whip out my Twitter. Yeah, so go ahead, follow me at Champion Brown on Twitter. We're gonna this is our first podcast, so we're gonna try and get ourselves out there on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and all the other platforms. All right.
And not to interrupt you, but I feel like when I tell you we only scratched the surface about our experience with video games, because I wanted to bring up to viewers like how cold you were with Sonic. And Sonic was never a game I could figure out, because I wanted Sonic to be rich and get all of the rings. And Champion Brown used to just fly through a stage, and I used to be like, how does your brain look at the screen and know how to maneuver through the spikes, the water, the enemies coming at you? Like, I used to be like, what? Like, how does your brain work like that? Because mine was just like, let me get all these rings. Nice.